Good morning, girls.
A very good
morning. How are you? How are you, Kanna?
ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm good as well. So, girls, yesterday we started a very nice, easy chapter. What was the name of the chapter, girls?
I'm understanding.
What?
I'm understanding media.
Understanding media.
Yes, understanding media. Right? And today we are going to take up the same chapter. Let's wait for others to join in. As soon as they join, we'll begin. Okay?
Okay.
So you must have given it a read. Is there any doubt till where we have read yesterday? Any confusion till there? Good. Good morning, Sarah. Zehra, can you hear me? Zehra, am I audible?
Ma'am, she is not connected with audio.
Sure. So as 1 minute has passed by, just let me drop a message in the group for everyone to join quickly. Otherwise, we'll start. Let's get started. I'll be sharing my screen. Yeah. So yesterday we were on electronic media and then we saw the evolution of electronic media. For example, yesterday we saw the evolution of mobile phones, and just like mobile phones, children, you must have seen the telephones evolving. Now the telephones have evolved so much that they have become extinct now. We rarely see telephones anywhere, right? Except the interpols in the restaurants, we do not see telephones. People do not have telephones at their homes now anymore. The telephone space has been taken up by whom? What has come instead of telephones now?
Ma'am, mobile phone.
Mobile phone, right? Instead of telephones now, mobile phones have occupied the world. Similarly, if we talk of postcards, earlier they used to be postcards, but now that print media's place has been taken by electronic media. Now people do not send each other any more postcards anymore. Very rarely, even if they have to send, they send emails, they send messages. Nobody sends postcards anymore, right? Computers, let's talk about. Right now, also, we are using a form of computer, which is a laptop, right? And have you seen the previous computers? How big, how huge the monitors used to be?
Yes,
Have you
ma'am.
seen how broad it used to be? Just yeah. Okay, so how broad it used to be, but with the evolution, which means with time, the screen of these monitors have started getting slimmer or thinner, you can see. Now we do not have that kind of computer which we used to have earlier, which that's such broad screen or something like that, broad body. No, that's not like that anymore. They are very thin screen kind of ones, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Open a MacBook is even this lightest one. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what
Yes.
we were reading about media yesterday. We also read a bit of it. Okay, as we can see here, they have shown us the history of media. Like this was the printing press which came, then the first radio broadcast, the first weekly newspaper in 1605, The first television came in the late 1920s. The first use of computers was made in late 1960s. Mobile phones began in 1973. Internet boom in 1990s or 2000s, right? And the appearance of social media in the late 1990s to early 2000s, right? And as soon mobile phones and internet became a common thing, the use of social media was anything. Like Geo has also, if we talk about getting internet evolution in India, so I think we can give a huge contribution. Like Geo has given a huge contribution, right? With the occurrence of Geo, internet was made so cheaper that each and every person of the country started accessing it, right? Earlier, you remember how costly it used to be? Earlier, it was not that much cheap, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So then they said that electronic media communicates or transmits information or content through electronic technology. Okay. So in recent years, we have seen further technological growth in electronic media. The internet and cable television are the new buzzwords which have reached large number of people and are still growing, right? Television, internet, like they have occupied most part of our life, and right, and they are just their part and their, you know, their contribution in our life is just increasing day by day. Nowadays, there is nothing which we cannot do about internet. Is there is everything can be done. You tell me five uses of internet, Kana. Give me five uses of internet.
Ma'am, we can communicate with our relatives. We can communicate with our friends.
Hmm.
We can learn many things from internet,
Hmm.
and we can also get information about something from internet.
It is used in, yes, Paridhi, you tell.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that she told about the internet. I'm told about social media. Social media is also a online platform which we have to share their views, uh, images, photos, videos, vlog, uh, and more. And Facebook is also a very big online platform, and Snapchat.
Okay. So if we talk about the five uses of social of internet first of all, then yes, internet is used for communication. Now a person sitting in India can communicate to another person sitting in South Africa or South America very easily just with a phone call or a video call, right? Next is it is also used in buying and selling of online buying and selling. Internet is also used to pay our bills, right? We can pay our bills as well with the help of internet now. We can pay our bills online. We can book our tickets online. It helps us in studying. We're able to have our classes online with the help of the internet. So it helps us in many things, right? And if she talked about social media has changed this world into a social village, right? Into a global village. Now we are connected to the people all around the world on just one click. It's just one click, right? We are just one click away from others, right? So
Sorry, ma'am,
that's
आज वो
Yes, ma'am.
hmm. Now, with each advancement in electronic media, there's an immense improvement in the quality of images and sounds that are transmitted. Like if we just talk about the screen as well, like we saw the Nokia wala phone yesterday, right, kids? We saw that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We have seen that how the screen used to be, the smaller screen, black and white, even no, the sound quality, there were no pictures in that. But with each upgrade, the quality of stuff is improving, right? Isn't it?
Yes,
Every
ma'am.
time
Yes,
with a
ma'am.
new upgrade of a mobile phone or television, we get to see a higher quality of images and a higher quality of sound, right?
Yes.
Yes. For example, earlier they used to broadcast black and white images on TV, but now colored have come, and then they have normal television. Now LED TV have come, LCDs have come, many have come, right? So At the same time, reach of electronic as well as print media keeps on expanding more than ever before. But yes, it is true. If we'll see with the time, the reach of these medias, electronic and print as well, even the reach is improving, right? Now they're available in even the pockets of the country, right? And all over the world. Pockets of the country means very small parts of the country as well. In each and every nook and corner of the world, social media or print media is available now, isn't it? It is, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right. So technology not only improves the quality but also brings about a change in our thinking. Like if we talk about our thinking, then yes, it is true with the help of technology, even our thinking expands. We also build up with different mindsets. Okay, a complete change. That's what no, that is why every generation has a different mindset. Your mindset is different from your parents. Your parents' mindset is different from their parents, right? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And technology has a very major role in playing this. Today, we cannot imagine a life without television, smartphones, and internet. It will be like if I'll tell you that okay, all these three things are going to be banned, you'll be like, oh my goodness, how are we going to live our life now? Like I told you yesterday, all these things have become a integral part of our life, right? They've become as important as our organs, right? Like people feel like they do not have a mobile phone. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? What will I do? Right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? We cannot imagine a life without television, smartphones, and even the internet. These enable us to think of ourselves as member of global world. See, children, I was telling you this thing that now the world has become a what? It has become a global world. I told you this.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean as a global world? I use the term global village. Here they are giving global world. What's the difference between the two? There is no difference. What's the similarity between the two? Tell me. But you tell me the meaning only. What's the meaning of it? See, but a global world, global village means that now nothing is far away. Nothing is impossible. Reaching everywhere, talking to every person in every part of the world has become so easy because of technology, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So internet, mobile phones and telephones have made it possible for people to communicate. With the help of these things, we are able to communicate, right? Are we or not?
Ma'am, we are.
Right
Ma'am,
now,
we
what
are.
are we doing? We are also communicating, right?
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
communicating, right? We are also communicating. So it has made communication with each other very easy. With okay, across the world instantly. This is the next page only, guys, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. So first they have made it very easy, very instant with each other. Instant and the use of satellites. You know what are satellites, children?
Sorry, ma'am.
What are satellites? Don't you know what are satellites, children? Tell me, please. Have you ever seen a satellite or not?
Yes.
What is a satellite then?
Ma'am, it's a machine by a scientist which is in space from where we get internet.
We get internet from satellite. Okay. Have you seen such pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
See, a satellite is an object that's in space that orbits or circles around a bigger object. And what's that bigger object which it circles around?
Some
Right? You can see the satellite, children,
yes.
Yes.
right? And look at this. You can see how it is receiving and transferring data. Okay, that's how the satellite is, and the satellite doesn't stay at its place. It keeps on revolving, it keeps on circulating around the earth, right? Can you see? Like this. Like they have shown here. That's the way it keeps on circulating. Okay. Now, what is the satellite used for? What's the use of the satellite? Tell me quickly. Shreyansh, can you tell us? Aryan, can you tell us?
Ma'am,
Yes, please tell.
ma'am, satellite are used for many purpose among several other application, and ma'am, satellite used to make star maps and maps to planetary surface. I think so.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else, kids? You know, if we
Ma'am,
see live, have you ever noticed that we see live matches? If you have been live matches, they cut and we're able to see live matches. We see
yes,
a
ma'am.
live match
Yes.
to witness that. Hmm? How is it possible? How are we able to see live something which is happening in the other class?
Ma'am, and satellite take the pictures of planets.
Okay. Yes, it is with the help of satellite only that we can see something which is happening live across the world, right? As you can see, they have mentioned here, because of satellites and cables, communication has made it possible for us to view news and entertainment channels from around the world, right? We can see news of every nook and corner of the world. We can see the live shows because of the satellite, because satellite and cables help in sending and receiving signals, right? Now, further advancement in technology and use of computers has led to the rise of new mediums of communication, popularly known as social media, something which everybody has become an addict of, right? No matter how their life is going, no matter what's happening in their life, but they always present themselves as the most happening person in the world on the social media. People keep on updating. Nowadays, things have changed. Earlier, people used to enjoy things, but now, before enjoy things, people are always busy in clicking pictures so that they can upload them on social media, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether it is about any celebration, whether it's about any trip, whether it's about any small moment as well, then instead of no cherishing the moment, being in the moment, people are just clicking pictures for uploading it on social media.
Social
Facebook,
media.
WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube are the most popular forms of social media. They allow people to share information, images, videos, opinions instantly and in real time. Right? Matlab, if I am here and for example if my family will be in Cape Town or somewhere away, I don't need to do anything. if I'm just uploading a picture on social media, not only my family but the entire world will get access to it. Then the entire world can see how am I, where am I, which condition am I in, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What am
Yes.
I doing? So as a result, it is not only used as a means of communication, but also a used means of mass communication. अब लोग now people are not using social media only as a means of communication. No, people started using it as a means of mass communication as well. And you guys, you people yourself have seen that YouTube and Instagram are making people stars. People are earning in lakhs and millions with the help of these social media, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. So it has social media made inroads, okay, into our lives and is silently revolutionizing mass media. बहुत ही चुपचाप आराम से social media अपनी जिंदगी में आया. It come very swiftly, very smoothly, and now it's silently also revolutionizing and making it far. Right? And it feels as if over time it has taken over our life. We are always on social media, isn't it? Shall we have a debate in the class on social media, boon or bane? Shall we? Tell me when will you come with it? Tell me, children. Shall we keep a debate in the class on social media, boon or bane? Tell me quickly. Shall we?
Yes.
Or instead of a debate in the class, people can just prepare your videos on it, and you can use some props or something. The video must not be more than a minutes long, and you have to speak on the topic. What do you think? Is social media a boon or a bane? Okay, children, it's clear.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you'll record your videos. You'll use some props. You be creative as you can be, and then send me your videos in the future. Or you can send me personally, whatever you want to. Okay, clear? Yes,
Okay.
good. Is it
Okay.
clear till here, children? Any doubts till here?
No, ma'am.
Sure.
No.
I told you, this
Yes.
chapter is very, very easy. Like I know you people's caliber, so then there's nothing about it. You'll be able to understand this chapter in a frequent manner. Yes, Kanak, read it.
Okay, ma'am. The media and money. The technology that means that the mass media uses keeps on changing continuously as more advanced machines are developed. To keep abreast of their competitors, media houses, companies have to deploy the latest technologies which requires a great deal of money. Moreover, in bringing news or a favorite program to your homes, many people from different fields are involved. For example, to create a broadcast a program on television, and in an entire film crew comprises of the director, producer, camera, cinema, cinematographer.
Cinematographer. Cinematographer. Have you watched that movie called Dear Zindagi? Have you seen that? The one in which Alia Bhatt is there.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. In
Yes,
that movie,
ma'am.
she has played the role of a cinematographer only. Cinematographers are the people who just take their camera, who just record stuff. Yeah, kind of it. Like not a cameraman as well, a very upgraded version of a cameraman. Okay, yeah, that's good.
camera operators, lighting technicians, film editors, etc. And several artists work together. This is like any other profession in which people have to be paid for services rendered. Therefore, mass media requires a lot of money to run its operation.
Like, I'll tell you an example. When a person thinks of being an actor or a singer or something like that, no? People say, I want to be the Shah Rukh Khan. Do you know how difficult it is? Do you know how many people go there? But do you know what, children? Do you know the fact? We know, like, every day on television, various, like, n number of shows are being telecasted, right? N number of shows.
Yes, ma'am.
And a show is not more than of 30 minutes. Usme bhi they show advertisements as well, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Now, in order to just make that one episode or two episodes of that show of 30 or 20 minutes, you know how many members work behind the camera? On camera, so okay, on camera we see around a handful people, 5 to 10, not more than that. But do you know how many people work behind these 5 to 10 people? Do you know any idea? No? A crew contains around 200 to 250 members at least. एक shoot पे on one shoot there are around very easily there are around 200 to 250 people, which includes director, producer, cinematographer, cameraman, okay, spot boys, supporting actors, many more, makeup man, dress man, everyone is there, right? So mass media is such a vast industry. If you have done something in this, and I tell you, you will never be out of work. You always have something or the other to do. Right, kids?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So Raghav Agarwal, are you there in the class? Raghav, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's Raghav Agarwal is there. Raghav, can you please read the next paragraph for us? Can you please read it for us? We find that Raghav, can you hear me? Raghav, Shreyas, Shreyas, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you read for me?
Ma'am, I've just joined. Ma'am, from where do we have to read?
We find that a number of television channels.
And what is the page number?
Better please tell him the page number.
244.
Cannot you
44.
see my screen, Shreyans?
Ma'am, from where?
We find that last paragraph.
Okay, ma'am. We find that a number of television channels and newspapers are a part of big business houses because of the high costs involved. The most popular method used to earn money by mass media for running its operations is in the form of advertisements. These are paid messages that promote a product or service. Their purpose is to influence the people to buy those products or services. Every time you watch a program on television, there are that are several advertisements that are shown during intervals. In return, those companies that benefit from advertisements pay revenue to the channels. The radio also earns money through its audio advertisements. We will learn more about the advertisements in the next chapter.
Okay, as you know that next chapter is about this only. It is about advertisements, right? So basically, they said that We find that a number of television channels and newspapers are part of big business houses because of the high cost involved, right? I told you, like whenever they telecast a show, like if the show is of half an hour, then half an hour the show is only of 15 minutes, and for 15 minutes they show us the advertisements, right? Even if you're seeing
Yes.
YouTube, even if you're watching a video on YouTube, then also you might have seen how the advertisements have started coming up there as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Even if you're
Yes, ma'am.
using YouTube, even if you're scrolling a few feed, you're googling something, then also advertisement comes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the reason that these television channels and newspapers. And do you see the advertisements in newspapers? Have you seen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, you must have seen them. Newspaper also have so many clippings of different products, promoting their products, telling the benefits of their products, right? So it is because the high cost involved when they pay them and then they get the money. The most popular method to earn money by mass media for running is through advertisement. Like this is the most easiest way to earn money through mass. Your most popular is that people are earning in lakhs, like people are earning like anything with the help of advertisement. Now, when I was in class 11th to 12th, when my commerce teacher told me a very nice thing. So do you know what advertisement means? What is marketing? What is advertisement? What is it? Advertisement is like showcasing the qualities of your products in such a manner that even if it is of no use, then also people must go crazy after it to buy it. For example, you all must have eaten Kinder Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
You all
Yes.
have eaten Kinder Joy. Now, we have seen that the advertisement of the Kinder Joy used to be so attractive that every kid wanted to buy that Kinder Joy. Every kid. Like it used to be the dream of every kid. And no, I do want. And you know how much it cost for? Around 30 rupees back then. Now I do not know. It was around 30 something.
Some 40.
Now,
Ma'am, 50.
now it's about 40 or 50. And what is there in that Kinder Joy? What is there? We don't even get
Ma'am,
the eggshell full of chocolate. If only the half part of it includes chocolate, and there's a very tiny toy, which is of no use, right?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
But then also they have advertised it in such a great manner that all the children have gone crazy about it. Everybody wants to buy it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is what advertisement is, right? So these are paid messages that promote a product or service. Okay. Now, sorry. Now, if you see, people have started advertising on their social handles as well, like Instagram, social media influencers, on YouTube. Also, they know promote different products and they get paid for it. Now, every time, like for their purpose is to influence the people to buy those products or services. And now the people have started doing this professionally as a business, and they call themselves what? Influencers. What do they call themselves?
Influence.
Influencers, right? In return, those companies that benefit from advertisements pay revenue to the channels, right? If the company is getting benefit, then the company pays revenue to the channel, and the radio also earns money through its audio advertisements. Like you all must have listened to it while traveling by a car, right? You must have seen whenever we turn on the radio to listen to some songs. Along with those songs, in the breaks, they just broadcast a number of advertisements, right?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes, ma'am.
Boys, do they? Tell me, boys, do you think is it like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the radio also earns money through its audio advertisements. So अपने audio advertisements के through भी पैसा कमाते हैं. We learn about the advertisements in the next chapter. The next chapter is based on this one. Okay. Yes. Kanak. read the activity. What's given in the activity?
Okay, ma'am. In India, in India, the national newspapers are owned and controlled by different private companies and not by the government. The news express their the news express their opinions on news stories that are often different from one another. Choose one major news event reported in newspaper in recent times and cut out article on it from a selection of national newspapers. What differences do you see in the way that that same event is reported in different newspaper? How does the headlines compare? Discuss your finding in class.
Okay. So would you like to do this activity, kids? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
There is nothing in it. In this activity, yeah, like what you have to do, like in we know that in India, the national newspapers are owned and controlled by different private companies like Amar Ujala, the Times of India, Hindustan Times, right? They're all the private companies and they are not run by the government. So these newspapers express their opinions on news stories that are often different from one another, right? They come up with the stories which are very different from one another. And okay, that is what you have to do. You will choose one major news event. Okay, कोई major news event choose कर दे, right? And see in the way that the same event is reported in different newspapers. Children, when you do it, you will find out that one news can be, reported in different manners by different channels. While one channel will be supporting that, the other channel will be criticizing that. कोई भी issue मिल जाए, you take any issue, right? This happens. Okay, next is discuss your findings in the class. So you will compare, you will see the differences, and then you will record your video. You can also record a video on this as well and send it to me. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Any doubts?
ma'am.
I'm on which date we have to submit it?
By today evening we will submit the artwork about the whether media like social media is a boon or a bane. And next, this one and this one you can submit by today is what Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. So shall we read the role of democracy in India? Or role of media in democracy? Yes, tell me. Kanak.
Okay, ma'am. Role of media in democracy. The media plays an important role in democracy. It has it has capacity to create an informed opinion. It enlightens and empowers the people. Access to information is essential for health of a democracy for two reasons. Firstly,
Okay. So here they said that if we talk about the media, like again here the media children refers to the mass media or the means of media. The media plays an important role in a democracy. It has the capacity to create an informed opinion. Like it helps us. Like we do not know what's happening in the country by sitting at home. No, with the help of media only we get to know that okay, this is happening in the country. A discussion on this is going on. We are at war with this nation and whatsoever. Now it helps us to prepare a mindset and it enlightens and empowers the people. Okay. What happens with the help of this is people get enlightened and empowered. They get to know about stuff, they get to know about things. Access to information is essential for the health of a democracy.